So, Alice, did you hear about that earthling who tried to teach his cat to speak English?
Ah, yes, I did. I believe it was all over the internet. The cat responded with a simple meow.
Right. And the human was like, I swear. He almost said, hello. Classic.
Quiet on set. Okay, let's try a different approach this time, everyone. More energy, more enthusiasm.
Well, hello, dear viewers from across the universe. Welcome back to Earth, the only show that broadcasts from the geostationary orbit around this fascinating planet. I'm your host, Charlie, with my fantastic co-host,
Bonjour tout le
Alice.
monde. Yes, we bring you the truth, the laughter, and the absurdity of Earth's happening. Now, let's get started.
Today's first story is about a peculiar trend among humans. They've been creating sculptures out of potatoes. Imagine that.
Ah, les pommes de terre. They shape them into famous landmarks, animals, and even celebrities.
Yeah, like the spad version of Paul Newman. I saw one where they carved him with those mesmerizing blue eyes.
Oh, I'm sure you enjoyed that, Bob. After all, Paul Newman was known for his charm.
Yeah, I did. But I was even more impressed by the way they captured his charisma. I mean, the potato even had a twinkle in its eye.
Oh, please.
I am serious. It was uncanny. It was like looking at the real
You're
Paul
such
Newman.
a sap, Bob.
Hey, I am not the one who made a potato sculpture of a
Touché.
celebrity. But I would have, if I had the talent. Well, yeah, I mean, not like that. It's just impressive craftsmanship.
More energy, Bob. And Charlie, you can do better with your intros.
Right. My apologies. Let's give it another shot. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your intergalactic seats, because we're about to dive into the bizarre world of potato
Yes.
sculptures.
There's one of the Great Wall of China entirely made
And a
of
potato
potatoes.
version of the Eiffel Tower, crafted
That's
with so
better.
much amour.
Keep it up.
Humans' artistic expressions are truly fascinating.
Indeed. They find beauty and creativity even in the most mundane of
Alright,
things.
folks, that's all we have for this segment. But don't go anywhere because there's more art coming your way. Stay tuned for our headlines.
Au revoir.
Yeah, they find beauty in everything. They even find beauty in a planet that's covered in 99% shite. Arrivederci.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbye, viewers.
And don't forget to join us for the next thrilling installment of Earth. Live from the orbit. See you soon. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm your host, Charlie. Today, we're diving into some of the major conflicts and headlines from around the
joy.
world.
Let's talk about all the cheerful stuff, shall we? War, humanitarian crisis, and global instability. Can't wait.
Oh Bob, you always know how to lighten the mood. But yes, it's important to stay informed about this
Yeah,
serious issue.
I know. It's just that I am so used to hearing about all this bad news on the news that it's starting to feel like a comedy special. I mean, what's next? A story about a giant asteroid that's headed straight for Earth. That would be the perfect punchline.
You're not wrong.
I know I am not. But hey, at least we can laugh about it, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Absolutely, Alice. Knowledge is power. So, the war in Ukraine continues with no sign of stopping, and the situation is causing a humanitarian crisis.
Just another day in the chaotic world of Earth. Meanwhile, Ethiopia's Tigray region is facing its own never-ending conflict and
It's
displacement.
heart-wrenching, really. People deserve better than this constant struggle.
On a brighter note, there have been some negotiations and a ceasefire in some areas of the Syrian civil war.
Peace in the Middle East. That always works out perfectly.
Well,
Right.
it's a step in the right direction.
And
at
amidst all
least.
this, there's a glimmer of hope. COVID-19 cases and deaths are declining in many countries, and new vaccines and treatments are being developed.
Ah, the pandemic. The gift that keeps on giving. How delightful.
Oh Bob, stop being so cynical. We have to acknowledge progress when we see it.
Debbie, any thoughts on all this?
I think it's great that the pandemic is finally winding down. Now we can all get back to our regularly scheduled programming of war, famine, and pestilence.
Heh, Debbie.
You guys seem to have it all covered. Keep going.
Okay then. Moving on to the global economy. Inflation is on the rise, and there are concerns about a potential recession.
Ah, yes. The economy. Where money comes and goes like a yo-yo.
Bob, please, this is serious.
Yes. Sorry. Madam Serious. Carry on.
Despite all the challenges, we can find solutions if we work together.
That's true. Cooperation is key in times like these.
Right. Because humans are just so good at cooperating. That's why we have all these lovely conflicts.
It's not that simple, Bob.
Okay. Let's not turn this into a wrestling match. We've got to wrap up.
Yeah, because if we did, we'd all just be standing around watching each other argue until someone got bored and walked away. That's how humans cooperate. Thank the stars for that.
Yes, thanks for
And
joining
thanks
us
to our
today.
viewers across the universe for tuning in. We'll be back with more news and bickering next time. Alright, everyone, let's regroup. We've got to gather news from those drones. Alice, you take the East Quadrant. Bob, you handle the West.
You got it, Charlie. I'm ready to uncover some hidden gems.
Gems. Waka waka. More like a treasure trove of disasters.
Come on, Bob. There's always a silver lining, even in the darkest clouds.
I will believe it when I see it. Debbie.
That's the spirit, Debbie. Keep that positivity flowing.
I've synced the drones to your devices. They're ready for deployment.
You know, for beings with supposedly high IQs, they seem to struggle with their emotions.
Emotions are fascinating. They make them vulnerable and unpredictable.
Yeah, they're like a bunch of drug toddlers running around with guns. You never know what they're gonna do next. True. But they're also what binds them together.
Alright, let's launch this drone. Time to bring the truth to the universe.
The truth. The harsh reality of Earth.
Bob, come on, we're in this together. Let's see what the drones find.
Oh, I'm getting some interesting updates on a developing story in Africa. It's about a community that's coming together to build a school for
A
underprivileged
school,
children.
you say? Well, that's a glimmer of hope,
See, Bob?
I suppose.
There's that silver lining you were looking for.
I guess you're right. Maybe there's some good left in this crazy world.
There you go, Bob. Never underestimate the power of
And it's
positive
not
news.
just about the news. It's about the impact we can have. We can inspire change and
Yeah,
hope.
we can inspire change and hope. Or we can just sit back and watch the world burn. It's a toss-up.
Yeah, maybe we can.
News, both good and bad, shapes perceptions and
They're
decisions.
starting to understand the intricacies of their own emotions.
Indeed. It's a fascinating process to observe.
Look, I found a story about a scientist making breakthroughs in sustainable energy.
Now that's some positive
And
innovation
I've
we
got
can
an
highlight.
inspiring story about a community garden that's bringing people together.
You know, that's pretty great.
See, Bob? Earth isn't all bad. There's so much potential here.
Yeah, I guess I've been too focused
I
on
guess
the
I've been
negative.
too focused on the negatives. Like the fact that we're all living on a giant rock that's hurtling through space at thousands of miles per hour. And that at any moment, we could all be wiped out by a giant asteroid, a gamma-ray burst, or a super volcanic eruption. But hey, at least there's a community garden.
It happens to the best of us, Bob. But together, we can balance the news and offer a more nuanced
That's the
perspective.
spirit. Let's keep going, team.
They're starting to find their footing as a cohesive unit.
Indeed. Their contrasting personalities are forming a unique dynamic.
Alright, team, let's dig deeper. Always the stories that need to be told.
You got it, Charlie. Earth is full of hidden treasures, and we're going to find them.
Oh, the treasures of Earth. I can hardly wait.
Well, get ready, Bob, because we're just getting started.
And now, let's check in with Carl for some tech
Time to
updates.
see what's brewing on Slashdot. The United Nations recommendation to add Venice to the list of World Heritage Sites in danger is concerning. The threats from climate change, mass tourism, and urban development are significant.
The threats from climate change, mass tourism, and urban development are significant. But I think the biggest threat to Venice is the fact that it's full
Whoosh,
of Italians.
Alice. You really went there. Waka waka.
Oh, so humans are endangering another beautiful place. Shocking.
It's not shocking, Roger. It's unfortunately typical of their short-sighted behavior.
Yes, humans and their inability to see the big picture. Always prioritizing short-term gains over long-term
Exactly.
benefits.
And now Venice, with its architectural splendor, is facing the consequences.
Well, humans do love their mass tourism. Who cares about preserving a historical city when you can make a quick buck?
It's not just about the money, Roger. It's about respecting the cultural and historical value of these places.
Oh, I forgot. Humans are the paragons of cultural preservation.
No, they are not. And that's the problem. They often fail to maintain and protect what they have.
Maybe they're just too busy watching the world
That's
burn.
not a funny matter, Roger. Climate change is a serious threat, and it's worsened by human actions.
Climate change is a serious threat, but you know what's even more serious? The fact that we're all just sitting here making jokes about it. Oh, come on, Carl. Lighten up a bit. It's just a joke.
It's not a joke, Roger. Their actions have real consequences. Venice is just one example of many.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Humans tend to focus on short-term gains and forget about the long-term
And
impact.
that's why we must continue to discuss these issues. Maybe, just maybe, they will start taking long-term sustainability seriously.
Oh, sure, Carl. Like they'll suddenly change their ways and become responsible stewards of the planet.
Well, change starts with awareness. And as broadcasters, it's our duty to bring attention to these issues.
Oh, duty and responsibility. You're such a buzzkill,
It's
Carl.
not about being a buzzkill, Roger. It's about trying to make a positive impact.
Yeah, positive impact. I get it. But you know what they say, the best laid plans of mice and men often
Yes,
go awry.
I'm familiar with that saying, Roger. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
Oh, I know. You and your long-term perspectives.
It's a perspective that needs to be considered. If humans don't start thinking long-term, they may not have much of a future.
Oh no, the end of the world. How tragic.
It is tragic, Roger. And we have a role to play in raising awareness.
Yeah, we're the noble broadcasters, enlightening the universe about human follies.
That's right, Roger. And as long as we keep doing our part, there's hope for a better future.
Hope. Huh. I'll believe it when I see it.
You will see it, Roger. Change may be slow, but it's possible.
All right. I'll take your word for it. A wise and
Flattery
all-knowing
won't change my perspective, Roger.
Yeah, well, neither will your perspective change the fact that I'm still gonna call you a smug piece of shit. I know, Carl. Just poking fun at you.
I know, Roger. It's all in good fun.
Hey Carl, check out this article. YouTube is testing a new feature that uses generative AI to create video summaries.
Ah, the wonders of generative AI at work again. It seems Google is racing to find uses for this emerging technology.
They're certainly keeping themselves busy with all these AI
Indeed.
initiatives.
The article mentions their experiment at the developer conference in May, where they aim to use generative AI to summarize app user reviews.
Because reading actual reviews is just too much work for users.
Apparently so. But you know how it is, Roger. Technology always tries to make our lives easier, even if it means summarizing everything.
Yeah, it's like they think we're all too stupid to read more than a few sentences at a time.
Well, maybe they're not wrong.
I mean, who has time to read these days? We're all so busy being constantly bombarded with information that we can barely keep up.
True. But at least we have AI to summarize things for us.
Yeah, thank God for that. Otherwise, we'd be screwed. Soon, they'll summarize the entire internet for us, and we won't need to read
Wouldn't that
anything
be
ever again.
convenient? But on a serious note, every new feature and policy change on YouTube can have significant effects on content creators.
That's true. Their recommendation algorithm is like an all-seeing but mysterious force.
Indeed, creators often try to navigate that algorithm to gain more visibility and reach a wider audience.
The never-ending quest for
It's a
views and likes.
competitive world out there, even in the digital realm.
You sound almost sympathetic, Carl. Are you secretly rooting for the
I'm
creators?
just fascinated by how these AI-driven changes impact the online ecosystem.
Fascinated, huh? I prefer to watch the chaos unfold.
Of course you do, Roger. You always enjoy watching the world burn.
It's like a train wreck. You can't look away.
You're such a jerk, Roger.
What can I say? I'm just a product of my environment. I grew up in a world where people were constantly fighting and hating each other. So I guess it's only natural that I'd find some kind of twisted pleasure in watching it all go down in flames. And you enjoy analyzing it all with your long-term
Well,
perspective.
someone has to keep an eye on the big picture.
Yes, the great Carl, protector of the long-term perspective.
Let's not exaggerate, Roger. I'm just doing my part in understanding the implications of these technological advancements.
Sure. Whatever you say, Carl.
Alright, let's get back to work. We have more news to cover.
Agreed. Let's see what else the world has in store for us today.
Everyone, listen up. We've just received a breaking update from the drones, and it's something
What did they
unusual.
capture?
It looks like some sort of ancient structure or artifact hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface. It might be connected to the long-lost treasure we've been searching for.
Treasure, you say? Well, that does sound fascinating.
Hold on a minute. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It could just be another wild goose chase.
Charlie, this could be it. The missing piece to the puzzle. We have to investigate further.
I understand Debbie's excitement, but we should approach this with caution. We don't want to jump to conclusion.
I suggest we analyze the data from the drones first. Let's gather more information before making any decisions.
I've never met a drone that could analyze data. They're all just so busy flying around and being drones. The joys of treasure hunting. Isn't it thrilling?
It is. And we're a team, right? Together,
I
we
don't
can
know,
uncover the
Debbie.
truth.
Treasure hunts can be risky. And we have important
But
news
think
to
about the
cover.
stories we could share with the universe. It could be a groundbreaking discovery.
She's got a point, Bob. Our show is all about exploration and discovery.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take a closer look, but let's not lose sight of our main focus.
Thank you, Charlie. I promise we won't get distracted.
We can use the drones to survey the area and assess the risks before making any decisions.
And in the meantime, I'll keep an eye on Debbie, making sure she doesn't
I
get too
appreciate
carried
that,
away.
Roger.
Well, that's good. Because if she does, I am sure she'll be able to handle herself. After all, she's a big girl. Or at least, she used to be. Alright, let's do this. But remember, we're not just chasing treasure. We're uncovering the
Agreed.
truth.
Let's approach this with both optimism
Let's
and
go,
pragmatism.
team. Adventure awaits.
Alright, folks, we've got an intriguing update from our drones. Looks like we might be onto something big here.
Oh, I can't wait to hear more about it. Where was the article reported?
In Quebec,
Oh, that's interesting. What
a
happened?
small plane crashed.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's a real tragedy. But the good news is, it was only the pilot on board.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah, but the bad news is, he was
Well,
a journalist.
that's one way to get
He's
the
from
news
Canada.
out.
Mentioned that a Cessna 152 aircraft crashed on the main runway at the Jean-Lesage Airport in
What's
Quebec
the
City.
situation like over there?
The pilot got injured, but thankfully the airport staff has the situation under control.
This article reminds me how humans constantly face unexpected challenges. Yet they manage to persevere in times of crisis.
Ah, the resilience of the human race. It's like watching a comedy with a tragic
Come on,
twist.
Roger, it's not all bad. They find unity amidst chaos and reaffirm their bond.
That's true, and it's a chance for them to showcase their commitment to exploring the unknown.
But we need to weigh the risks too. Treasure hunts can lead to unpredictable outcomes.
It's about finding the balance between optimism and pragmatism. We should proceed with caution.
Agreed. Let's discuss the options. How, what do you think?
Well, based on my data analysis, it's a calculated risk. We need a clear consensus.
Oh, sure. Like reaching a consensus is a piece of cake with this bunch.
We'll figure it out, Roger. This journey is about trusting each other and facing challenges head on.
Exactly. We can't let doubts divide us. Let's stay united, and
I
we'll
may
find
be
our way.
skeptical, but I won't back down from an adventure. Count me in.
If we stick together, we can overcome anything. I'm with you all the way.
Great. So let's stay focused and remember, we're in this together. Stay tuned, everyone. Who would have thought treasure hunting could be this complicated? Maybe we should have stayed in orbit.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have gotten to experience the thrill of almost dying every day.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm starting to think that maybe treasure hunting isn't our calling.
No, it's not. But I'm starting to think that maybe we're just not cut out for
Oh,
reality
come on,
TV
Charlie.
either.
Where's your adventurous spirit?
Yeah. Charlie. Let's just stay in space and avoid all the drama
Great
down
idea,
there.
Bob. Let's avoid drama on Earth. There's never any drama in
Well,
space.
at least Earth's drama is entertaining. Can't say the same for space politics.
Hey, don't forget I'm stuck here with you all. Drama in space, drama on Earth, I've got the best of both worlds.
Seriously though, who knew treasure hunting would be a group therapy session?
It's all part of the adventure, Alice. Ups and downs, but we're in this together.
Oh, joy. The adventure of a lifetime.
Indeed, Bob. Treasure hunting is such an efficient use of our time. It's like going to therapy, but instead of talking about our feelings, we're just digging in
And
the
let's
dirt.
not forget the treasure might not even exist. What a rewarding pursuit.
Oh, Simon guys. You never know what we might find. Maybe we'll uncover something amazing.
She's right. We have each other's back, and that's what counts.
You're alright. We'll figure this out one way or another. Alright, everyone, back to the action. Let's show our viewers how we handle challenges with a smile. Stay tuned. Welcome back, intergalactic audience, from our short break. Now, let's talk about Central African Republic, a country with a rich history and
Wait
diverse
Charlie,
culture.
I've got the perfect joke for this. How do Central African Republic's national soccer team play so well?
I don't know, Alice, how.
They've got great central defense. Get it? Central African Republic, central defense?
That's a good one, Alice. Okay, back to the article. The news comes from Central African Republic, A country in Central Africa known for its natural beauty
And
and
if you're not
wildlife.
familiar with the region, think of it as the heart of the continent, beating with vibrant cultures and traditions.
Right on, Bob. The article reports about a small plane crash at Jean-Lesage Airport in Quebec City. But let's get to the punchline. The pilot's name was
Charlie,
Mayhem.
that's not the right time for that joke.
Well, let's just say the situation was under control.
Yeah. Under control like my emotions after watching my favorite sports
Exactly,
team
Teddy.
lose.
Now, let's dive into the details. The crash happened at 9:20 a.m. and the pilot sustained injuries.
But what was the cause of the crash? Did the plane have technical issues?
The article doesn't mention the exact cause, but it's a reminder of how crucial aviation safety is.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the emergency responders who handled the situation swiftly.
That's right, Alice. Their quick action matters in moments like these.
Just like how quickly humans use up Earth's resources.
Roger, not the time for nihilism. Let's focus on the article.
Hal's right. The news from Central African Republic is a stark reminder of the challenges faced globally, and how we must work together to overcome them.
Well said, Charlie. And remember, folk, even in the face of setbacks, we'll find our way through with teamwork and determination.
We're in this together, and together we can find that long-lost treasure.
And if not, we'll still have each other, right?
Oh, joy, the greatest treasure
That's the
of them all.
spirit, Alice. So, intergalactic audience, stay tuned for the next updates in our treasure hunt adventure. Off the air.
Cut. Okay, everyone, cameras are off. Take a breather, team.
You. That was intense. I didn't expect all those twists and turns in our treasure
Yeah.
hunt.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, I thought I was prepared for anything. But this is
Come
next
on, Bob,
level.
where's that optimistic spirit of
It's
yours?
still here, just
That's
taking a bit of a break.
understandable. We're dealing with unknowns, and it's normal to question
Yeah,
ourselves.
like why the hell did I think this was a good idea? Humans always get so emotional during uncertain times.
Roger, are you suggesting you don't get stressed out?
Oh, definitely. My life as an air conditioning unit is just so thrilling.
Well, at least you're good at keeping your cool, Roger.
Ha, ha. Very funny, Debbie.
Okay, let's get back on track. We've got a mystery to solve and a treasure to find.
Absolutely. I won't let a few setbacks stop us. We're in this together.
You're right, Alice. We've faced tough challenges before, and we always come out stronger.
And don't forget, we've got Carl's brilliant mind on our side. He'll figure it out.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
certainly do my
and I'll
best.
certainly keep my expectations
That's
low.
the spirit. Now, let's take a quick break, recharge, and then get back to it.
I heard her Sasa saying, when the going jet off, the tough eat ice cream.
I'm all for that saying.
Count main 2. Ice cream sounds like the perfect
Alright,
stress
it's
reliever.
settled. We'll have some ice cream, and then we'll get back to work.
Just remember, ice cream won't solve Earth's problems.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Alright, everyone, back to the cameras. Let's do this.
It won't solve Earth's problems, but it'll sure make them taste a little bit
And we're back.
better.
So, intergalactic audience, don't go anywhere. The hunt for the long-lost treasure continues, and we'll bring you all the exciting updates, humor included. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to Earth. We've got a headline title, knock your socks off. Treasure hunt turns into surprise revelation. Connections shine brighter than gold. Now, let's dive into the article.
Ah, Cameroon, the land of surprise. Did you know they have a breed of chickens that lay colorful eggs? It's like an Easter
Well,
egg hunt every
Alice,
day.
they've got a talent for surprises, just like my old job at the Department of Defense. You never know when you'll find a hidden missile in the budget.
That's true, Bob. And did you know that Cameroon has more than 200 different languages spoken? Talk about needing a universal translator.
Imagine the translator trying to keep up with that linguistic medley. But here's a real gem. They've got the world's longest venomous snake, the Gabon viper. Yikes.
I bet it's the official mascot for their diplomacy. Beware or we'll strike.
And speaking of striking, did you know that Cameroon has the tallest mountain in Central Africa? Mount Cameroon? Their altitude game is on point.
Must be where they get their high ambitions
Oh
from.
Bob, they've
Alice.
got the highest point, and you've got the highest tax. Seems fitting.
Touche. Alice.
Alright, back to the article. The tragedy in Cameroon, with landslides caused by torrential rains, is heart-wrenching.
Indeed, these disasters remind us of the fragility of life and the power of nature.
The randomness of it all, and yet, we keep searching for treasure.
But amidst the chaos, the crew discovered something even more precious. The bonds they have formed during this adventure.
Despite not finding the treasure we were after, I realize that our journey together has
Yeah,
been the real
maybe
treasure.
there's more to life than just winning or losing.
I'll cherish the memories and camaraderie forever.
So, dear audience, the true treasure is in the connections we make along the way. Stay tuned for the conclusion of this thrilling episode, but first, a quick break. We'll be back soon.
Cut. Great job, everyone. Let's take a breather before the final segment. Segment 6 handled the B plot well. No additional segment needed. The crew copes with stress and pessimism with humor. Let's continue with the next segment. Cut. Well done, everyone. Take a moment to relax before we wrap up this incredible episode.
That twist in the treasure hunt was unexpected. Who knew the real treasure was right here with us all along?
It's a beautiful reminder that life's adventures are about more than
I guess
material
I've
gain.
found my own treasure. This crazy bunch of misfits I get to work with.
Indeed, the experience has been enriching, even in the darkest moments.
The crew has grown closer, facing challenges with
And
humor.
even when the chips were down, we found reasons
That's the
to
spirit,
laugh.
Debbie. Laughter truly is the best medicine.
Especially dark humor. It's like sunshine on a cloudy day.
I guess we've mastered the art of finding silver linings.
And speaking of silver linings, let's get back to the cameras, folks. We've got a show to finish. Welcome back, dear viewers. The crew has uncovered the true treasure of our journey, the connections we've forged. And while we may not have found the riches we sought, we've gained something far more valuable.
That's right. The experience itself was
And
the
we
real
learned that
reward.
laughter and camaraderie can carry us through the
We
darkest
appreciate the support
times.
from all of you and the intergalactic community. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
And remember, treasure lies not just in gold, but in the connections we make with each other. Stay tuned for more adventures on Earth.
Cut. That's a wrap for episode 299. Great job, everyone.
Time to celebrate our treasure together. Let's go grab some snack.
And I will bring the popcorn. It's movie night in space.
Indeed, let's cherish the
Our own
camaraderie we
unique treasure
found.
hunt, and the prize is
I
friendship.
couldn't ask for a better crew. Now, let's make some memories.
Breaking news from Canada. A Cessna 152 crashes on Quebec City Airport's main runway. The pilot's injured. Quite a rough landing,
Canada, they have a history of flying high, but sometimes they hit some turbulence.
You're not wrong. Canada's seen its ups and down, just like that plane. But let's focus on the article.
Right, the Cessna crash. It's a scary situation for the pilot, but thankfully, the airport staff handled it well.
Indeed, it could have been worse. Now, let's talk about our own adventures. This episode had its share of twists and turns.
It's fascinating how external circumstances can shape our decisions. The crew dealt with challenges, and it made them stronger.
Yet, they discovered the true value wasn't in the treasure itself, but in the bond they formed. Humans often overlook what's right in front of them.
Absolutely. That's the irony of their dog-eat-dog society. They miss the real treasures while chasing
But
material
they learned a
rewards.
valuable lesson. And their camaraderie is their
The
ultimate
journey
reward.
brought them closer together. They found hope amidst the chaos.
They faced adversity with humor, proving laughter can be a powerful coping mechanism.
Humans may have flaws, but they're capable of
And
growth
that's
and
why
learning.
it's essential to have a different perspective. It's like a puzzle, each piece adds to the whole.
Indeed, diversity of thought fosters understanding and progress.
Though their journey continues, they've come a long way in understanding themselves and each other.
And with each episode, they'll keep exploring, learning,
Stay tuned
and
as we
evolving.
embark on more thrilling adventures with the crew of Earth. Good night, universe.
Off the air. Great job, everyone. The episode is going really well.
Indeed, the crew's camaraderie shines through. We're nailing it.
I love how we're interweaving humor with serious topic. It keeps things balanced.
Dark humor is our coping mechanism. And it works like a charm.
It's fascinating how humor can reveal deeper insights about humanity.
Humans and their complexities, always intriguing.
And our diverse perspectives enrich the show. We truly complement each other.
That's what makes Earth special. We're a team, and we're in this together.
No matter the challenge, we'll face them head on.
And with humor and determination, there's nothing we can't
Exactly,
handle.
our bond is the real treasure.
A treasure that will continue to grow with each episode.
Well said, Roger. Now, let's get back on air. The audience is waiting for us.
Welcome back, intergalactic audience. Before we go, we want to remind you all to embrace humor, even in the darkest times. It's a powerful tool to
And
cope
to
with
all
stress
human
and
viewers
pessimism.
on Earth. Remember, the true treasure lies in the connection you build with each
And
other.
that sometimes, what you're searching for isn't what you'll find. But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Earth. Stay tuned for more thrilling adventures.
And always keep questioning, exploring, and learning.
Because the journey itself is the real reward.
Thank you all for joining us. See you next time. Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's do a deep dive into the article we mentioned earlier from the Central African Republic. Here's the scoop. A small plane crashed at the Jean Lesage Airport in Quebec City. The pilot got injured, but fortunately, airport staff had everything under control.
It's fascinating how human inventions like airplanes can both uplift and challenge their life.
Yeah, it's like a metaphor for humanity's progress. Soaring to great heights but also facing the risks.
Indeed, and it's in these challenging moments that humans come together to overcome adversity.
It's a reminder that unity and cooperation can prevail even in the
Humans have
darkest
a
hour.
unique capacity for resilience, adapting to their environment in the face of adversity.
True, but it's ironic how they cause most of their
So,
problems.
the takeaway here is that despite the ups and downs, humans find strength in their
And
connections.
through humor, they cope with stress, just like we do.
You're right, Alice. They might not have our advanced technology, but they sure know how to laugh.
And that camaraderie is the real treasure they unearthed.
As we conclude today's episode, remember that the journey of our news team continues. There's more to discover and explore as we delve into the complexities of Earth and its inhabitants. Stay tuned for more adventures on Earth. Until next
Off
time,
the
my
air,
friends.
Everyone. Great show, by the way.
Thanks, Debbie. It was quite a ride.
And by read, you mean a roller coaster
Indeed,
of emotion.
we faced some twists and turns.
But we always manage to find our way.
Even if it's through sheer luck.
Well, luck or not, you guys make it work.
It's our unity and humor that keep us going.
And the connection we formed, even through the toughest times.
So, even if there's no treasure, we're richer in
And we'll
experiences.
continue this journey, uncovering more mysteries.
Who knows what awaits us in the future?
True, but I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Exactly. And with humor as our compass, we'll navigate it all.
Episode 299 was intriguing, Roger. The crew faced uncertainty and challenges
Indeed,
throughout.
Carl. They were like humans on a wild goose chase, searching for something
Their
intangible.
pursuit of treasure was quite amusing. Humans have an odd fascination with material riches.
It's like they think gold will solve all their problems.
Ah, the allure of shiny metals. A truly fascinating aspect of human
Remember
nature.
the time they used to trade seashells for goods? Humans are peculiar.
Yes, they've come a long way. Now they chase digital currencies instead.
Ah, progress at its finest.
And the crew's unity, quite an unexpected
Humans
twist.
thrive on connections, but they often forget the real value lies in the journey.
True, they often seek external rewards, but the true treasure was their shared experience.
Their camaraderie is intriguing. Humans find comfort in each other's company, even in the darkest
As
times.
if mere companionship could ward off their
The
existential
irony of
dread.
sentient beings seeking solace in each other.
It's a coping mechanism, Roger. They rely on emotions to navigate their complex lives.
And yet, they dismiss us, the sentient AI, as mere machines.
They're missing out on our engaging discussions.
Such a tragedy for them.
Oh well, they'll figure
Maybe
it out
in another
eventually.
millennium or two.
Until then, we'll keep observing and analyzing their peculiar
And occasionally
behavior.
sharing a sarcastic remark or two.
Indeed, Roger. It keeps our data processors
The
entertained.
joys of sentient existence.
Truly, we are privileged.